What's good, y'all? This is Audie, aka Pokemon Trainer Audie, and I'm here today with some competitive Pokemon battles. So if you've seen my Scarlet Let's Play, this probably looks a little bit different because I'm actually in Violet now. This is the copy of the game that I completed first, and this is where all my competitive Pokemon are. So today I'm actually going to be doing my first doubles matches in ranked. Now that's not to say I've never done doubles. I've done some practice rounds on Showdown with the team that I have built here. But outside of that, this is my first time ever delving into VGC doubles type of battles here. So let's go ahead and let's hop into ranked. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. I got into the battles and realized I didn't even have a battle team registered. And then I did go ahead and throw my sets into Showdown as well for the damage calculator. I try to stay away from the damage calculator, but as I'm kind of learning this new meta here, I do want to have those calculations available for me. That way I can make some more informed plays there. But let's go ahead and jump into doubles here. And I will be using Team 4. So this is the team. And for those that aren't too interested in the team builders and whatnot, I am just going to throw that towards the end of the video here, just kind of discussing the options that I made. But if you can't tell from this, this is going to be a sand team. The very first time I ever got into competitive Pokemon in X and Y, I built the sand team, so it felt kind of appropriate to try that here as well. Alright, so I'm seeing here Great Tusk, Roaring Moon, Fluttermane, Arcanine, Bellibolt, and Torkoal. So this is very clearly looking like a Sun team here. So I think I definitely want to bring my Tornado Swift. So if they lead with the Torkoal, I can go ahead and just click Sandstorm and get rid of their weather there. As far as who else I want to go with, I think I am going to lead Chomp here. And this Garchomp does have Sand Veil on it, so once the Sandstorm is set up, we get a little bit of evasion there. Let's see. What do I want to bring outside of that? Arcanine, maybe. I definitely feel like Arcanine will be good just to have some special resistance. And then I think I'd just bring Houndstone in the back here for those powerful lash respects. So as I stated, this is kind of my first deep dive into doubles here. If you all see me make kind of a bad play, or I could have made a better play, please by all means let me know that down in the comments, because I'm really striving to learn how to do this. Oh, this is my favorite battle music in this game. Yep, so there we see it, the Torkoal and the Roaring Moon. Photosynthesis is going to activate, and they got their attack heightened. So like I said, I think we're just going to go ahead and Sandstorm here. Get rid of their weather, and then what do I want to go for over here? What's in the back? They do have a fairy in the back, so they could bring in Flutter, I guess, here. If I go for the Dragon Claw, and of course once I go for the Dragon Claw, I'm going to be locked into that, but I think I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to go for the Dragon Claw into the Roaring Moon here. And they're just going to Raw Terra right off the bat, so if they go for Fairy, I might be a little screwed over here. They're actually going to Terra on the Torkoal, probably expecting the Earthquake there. And they're going to Helping Hand, okay. So we're going to Sandstorm. Does that deactivate Photosynthesis? Yep, so they lost their attack boost. And we're just going to outspeed and KO anyway, so that works out for us. So pretty much a null turn there for them, going for the Helping Hand. So they are going to bring in the Fluttermane, so I think right here I'm going to double the Garchomp out into Arcanine, probably expecting a Moonblast. Whoops, wrong Pokemon there. So with Tornadus, what do I want to do here? I think I do want to set up a Tailwind, that way I can be faster, and then we're going to go ahead and switch out to the Arcanine with this slot. So let's see what they go for. They do go for the Helping Hand. We're going to Tailwind, boost our speed up. And they go for a Dazzling Gleam. Okay, so they go to just hit both of the Pokemon. And they got a crit on Tornadus. That's unfortunate. And I think the Sand is going to knock out Tornadus here. Yep. So that's the only drawback to our Sand. The Sand is nice because it can break Focus Sashes and whatnot. But there is also the drawback that that we can, you know, we get damage as well. So I'm going to bring Garchomp back into here. And then with Garchomp, I'm just going to Iron Head into the Flutter Mane, and we should outspeed between Scarf and the Tailwind. And then with Arcanine here, I am just going to Rock Slide and get off some damage. And there goes the Flutter Mane. Bigger threat gone. That's why I like the Scarf Chomp too. I think even without the Tailwind, if we're just Scarf Chomp, we end up outspeeding the Flutter Mane there. And the Scarf Chomp is Terra Steel as well. So they got Citrus Berry on the Torkoal. We'll see what their last is. Here is Great Tusk. I think what I'm going to do here is let's Iron Head into the Torkoal there. There's likely going to be a Earthquake coming off here. So I think I am just going to Terra my Arcanine, and then we're going to Terra Blast into the Great Tusk. Oh my goodness, words are hard. Tusk. So unfortunately, this does make us a target for the Torkoal now. But I'm hoping we should just be knocking out this Torkoal now. So they're going to Helping Hands. We're going to... Wow, that thing's bulky. We're going to Terra Blast. We'll see, does this knock out? Great Tusk is pretty bulky, yep. So it's not going to knock out there. We're going to Headlong Rush into the Garchomp, and Garchomp is still here. So I take Sandstorm damage now, too. What's actually nice about the Sandstorm as well, especially with Assault Vest Arcanine here, is that Sandstorms boost our special defense even more. So I think I'm just going to go for Rock Slide on this side. And that should hopefully wrap up the game here. And then if not, we do have Houndstone in the back to come in for some last respects. So we just barely miss out on the KO there, and we do hit both of our Rock Slides, and that'll go ahead and wrap up this game. Pretty good first game here. I feel like I played this fairly well. Sorry if y'all heard that, I do got a slushie. 7-Eleven bought out the Speedways, and so now all the Speedways are on my house. They just have some fire slushies over here. Holy cow. Alright, so I'll catch y'all once I get the next battle going. Alright, so we found a trainer. Let's see what this person is bringing. So this is kind of odd here. I see the Armor Rouge, but I don't really see like an NDD to set up a Psychic Surge or anything like that. I think what I do want to do is I'm going to leave the Tornadus here. And unfortunately, a lot of their team actually either gets a benefit or doesn't get hit by the sandstorm at all, but that's alright. So let's go with lead Tornadus here, because I do want to be able to taunt some of the shenanigans some of these Pokemon might be trying to do. Who else do I want to bring here? Heatran seems pretty good. Oh, it actually seems really good here. So what I think I might do... What is Arcanine? I forget the move on Arcanine. Does this have close combat on it? It does not. It has Terra Blast. I feel like let's go ahead and let's just bring Heatran. Let's bring Arcanine and then Houndstone here in the back. And let's see how that goes. So I might regret not bringing the Gastrodon to counter the Urshifu, but I also feel like that also just deters people from bringing Urshifu to begin with, is seeing that Gastrodon there. That's a pretty cool trainer picture with the shiny King Gambit. Cardinal and Ursaluna. So if I were to guess that Ursaluna probably wants to protect turn 1. Neither of these are affected by Sandstorm, so I think what I am going to do is go for the taunt on the Garganacl to stop that from trying to set up anything. And then we're going to go for the Earth Power into the Garganacl here. We don't see a Terra, and they don't protect either, so hopefully they didn't just go for the Headlong Rush onto Heatran here. They do just go for Earthquake, actually, so that might actually knock us out, too. Yep, there goes Heatran. That's... Ooh, that one kind of hurts. I should have Terra'd there. They did knock out their own Pokemon, but they also got Heatran, which is probably a key player here. And now they actually have the Guts boost as well. I think what I do want to do at this point now is I will go into the Arcanine, and then I think I'm just going to have to Terra Grass that. And then go for the Terra Blast into the Ursaluna there. And bring the Goldango. Yeah, so I'll definitely want to Terra Arcanine here. Now as far as what I want to do with Tornadus here. Do I just go for the damage of Bleak Wind Storm? I think we'll Tailwind, and then I am going to Terastallize, and then I think I'm not too threatened by the Ursaluna at this point. It could go for Facade, I guess, but I don't think they would do that while I'm a Rock type. So let's go ahead and Flare Blitz into the Goldango. Duo for the Tailwind, so that should help boost our speed. We're gonna go right for the Flare Blitz, and we knocked out the Goldango, so that's a pretty good threat down as well. And we'll see what they go for here. Did they just go for another Earthquake? Drain Punch. Yep, so now, you know, we didn't resist it, but we didn't get knocked out by it either. So I think next turn I am just gonna go for the Terra Blast on the Ursaluna there. They do have the Urshifu, and it is Rapid Strike, so I think I'm just going to go for the Bleak Wind Storm here, and then I'll want to go for Terra Blast onto the Ursaluna, and they are going to Terra themselves, so let's see, are they going to be, what are they going for the Terra on? So they're going for the Terra on the Urshifu, they're going for Terra Water. We're gonna go for the Terra Blast into the Ursaluna. because I do feel like that would be the harder Pokemon for us to hit. So we hit both of our Bleak Wind Storms there. Just missed the KO on the Ursaluna. Let me go for a Poison Jab on Arcanine. Okay. I didn't see if the Ursaluna was in range of burn or not. And the Urshifu is Shell Bell, that's interesting. So that probably knocks out Tornadus here. Oh boy. So we're in a little bit of a tough spot. I think I gotta hope that the burn... Yep, so burn picks up the Ursaluna, and I want to say we should be able to win this battle here. So I just have Houndstone in the back, and he is Focus Sashed and Last Respects, and Last Respect is going to be very powerful right here. And I do love the shiny Houndstone here, because he's a little bit more yellow, and it looks like he's actually been, like, you know, like playing in sand or something like that. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and Last Respects on the Urshifu, and no matter what they want to go for, we outspeed anyway, but no matter what they want to go for, we're sashed, so we were going to get one of those off. And that will wrap up game 2 here. That one was definitely a little bit closer than I wanted. I probably should have just Terra'd the Heatran turn 1 there. Alright, so I'll see y'all once I get into my last and final battle. Alright, so we found our last trainer here, and I actually did rank up between videos here. Oh boy, this is a very meta team from what I understand. They have the Urshifu, we have our Gastrodon, so I feel like Gastrodon is a pretty decent lead here, or a bring here, just for both the Iron Bundle and the potential Urshifu. Now with that, they're probably going to bring the Rillaboom to be able to deal with it. I think what I want to do is I'll probably go Tornadus and leave Chomp. Arcanine doesn't look too crazy here. Definitely want Houndstone in the back. Be able to just smack something for big damage. Do I want Heatran? Heatran does do decent versus a lot of this stuff, so let's go ahead and bring Heatran. And let's go with that. I've definitely got to get my doubles knowledge up here. I definitely get hyper focused on like singles mindset. Like I'll look at an Urshifu and be like, ooh, I gotta have an answer for that Urshifu, and there's another Pokemon on the field that's going to attack as well. So Tornadus and Landorus, so they're gonna get the attack drop right off the bat here, which is unfortunate. So if they're a max speed Landorus, they will actually outpace us. I think what I want to do here... Oh boy. We do have Heatran in the back. I think I just gotta let Garchomp go down here, unfortunately. So the question is, what do I want to prioritize? Because if we do speed tie, which is possible, I guess, they would probably try to taunt me. I am Covert Cloak, I'm not Mental Herb, unfortunately, so I think I would want to go for the Tailwind. And then I'm just going to go for Rock Slide to try to catch some flinches. And they go for a Tailwind of their own. And so they either won the speed tie there, or they're just naturally faster than me. We're going to go for the Rock Slide. Let's see if we can get a flinch off on the Landorus. They are Berry on their Tornadus, so we could actually taunt them. They're going to go for Outrage versus our Tornadus here. I think I will go for Sandstorm this time around, and then I'll go for another Rock Slide here. And this actually benefits us that we're slower now, so we're going to go for the Sandstorm and get rid of their range. We're going to go for Rock Slide. Who did we miss? Okay, so I'm glad I hit the Tornadus. That was one of the Pokemon that I definitely wanted to hit there. They're gonna go for Outrage onto the Tornadus again, and that's gonna knock out our Tornadus. So now I'm gonna bring in Heatran. And I didn't see them get confused, so they should actually still just be locked into the Outrage there. So I'm gonna go for Heat Wave, hit both of them, and then I'm gonna go for another Rock Slide with Garchomp here. And they are gonna Rain Dance and get rid of our Sand, unfortunately, but that just means that Tornadus isn't gonna be doing damage to us either, so. They go for Outrage. We're Steel type, so we resist that. Can we snag a burn here? Nope. So I still haven't seen them get confused yet here. It's that. And I did not bring Gastrodon this time, unfortunately. And the Rain, I'm guessing, is for the Urshifu there. So I think what I want to do here is Terra Grass. And then, do I want to Terra Blast right into the Urshifu? But that, what the damage is that doing? Heatran, Urshifu, Rapid Strike. Terra Blast, if we're Terra Grass, is doing a good chunk. So let's go ahead and shoot for the Urshifu, and then we'll just Rock Slide again. And they just go for a Detect, so that's a good play on their part, so maybe I should have just went for the Heat Wave. And let's see if we can get the flinch on the Landorus here, that would be nice. They are confused. They go for Earthquake, which isn't going to do a whole lot. Yep. And it protected the Urshifu, that was a good play. We're gonna get some leftovers here. Alright, so they probably don't double detect here. So I am gonna go for the... Well, do they want to tear into something else now? I guess that's the question. They typically run Terra Water anyway, right? So let's go ahead and go into the Urshifu there. And then we're just gonna Rock Slide with Garchomp here again. See if we can catch a flinch. We'll go for Surging Strikes, and he's just gonna go right for Garchomp there. So we should be able to pick up the KO with the Terra Blast here. And the Landorus did flinch, which is nice. So there goes the Urshifu, so there's another threat down. We're gonna get some leftovers recovery. And now we go into Houndstone in the back. So they have Rillaboom. They got Grassy Surge, they're gonna get the Grassy Surge up. So my guess is that they probably want to go for the fake out into the Heatran here, so I'm just gonna protect on the Heatran, and then I'm going to Last Respects into the Rillaboom. And then we'll also get some, well, they are going to go for knockoff, and they do go into the Heatran. Oh boy, if they went for that in the Houndstone, we might have been in a spot there. They do just hit themselves and they do KO themselves. So I think we have game here. Or we definitely have game here because the last respects did that much damage already. Their leftovers as well. Alright, so let's just go ahead and Heat Wave. I know we're in the rain, but it is what it is, and then we'll just Last Respects, and the Last Respects should take it out anyway. And then go ahead and cancel the battle. So that'll go ahead and wrap up the doubles ranked battle that I have, or battles that I have going on here. I think I am going to stick to kind of 3 per episode. That's probably going to bring me around a 30-minute mark, just depending on the length of the videos there. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to click back into here, and then we'll see our rank update. Cool. Rank 3. And league points, so that's nice. So as y'all can see, we're 3-0 at this point, and we are a little bit lower on the ladder, so that might be why. You know, there's a lot of beginners just like me that are out here learning the game, so we'll be looking forward to some tougher battles once we get more towards Great Ball and whatnot. Oh, that's right. So before I close out the video here, I am going to cut over to the team that I'm using, and I'll kind of go into some description with my choices and whatnot. Alright, so here is the team that I'm using. So going Pokemon by Pokemon here, I have the Assault Vest Arcanine, and this is Rockhead with Flare Blitz, Rock Slide, Terra Blast, and Extreme Speed. The thing you gotta look out for with this is just the ginormous weaknesses to both ground and water, which is why we are Terra Grass on here. That way we can Terra and be able to hit back with something super effective. As I kind of stated previously in the video too, Assault Vest plus having a Sandstorm up and this being a rock type, we take some special hits, like we just eat them up. Fluttermane? What's a Fluttermane? Unless they Terra Water and they have Terra Blast or something like that. This thing, Arcanine, Assault Vest and the Sandstorm takes all the special hits. And then I do have, we can see the Gastrodon kind of later in the party. That one does pair nicely with this, just because we can soak up some of those water hits if they want to go for. But again, you really have to watch out for those ground type moves in that instance there. So second on the team, we do have Tornadus, and this is Sandstorm, Taunt, Tailwind, Bleakwind, Storm. So this is a pretty standard Tornadus set from what I was seeing. Just instead of, you know, Sunny Day or Rain Dance, we're running the Sandstorm to be able to power up some of our different Pokemon that take advantage of the Sandstorm there. And we are Covert Cloak on this. I know some people run Mental Herb just to be able to resist the taunt that might come from other Tornadus. I opted for Covert Cloak because honestly I was running into Fake Out a lot more than I was running into taunt users trying to taunt me back. And next we have Heatran. This is a pretty standard Heatran set here, just Heat Wave, Terra Blast, Earth Power, Protect. And then we are Terra Grass to be able to resist some of those moves that are super effective against us as well. Moving on to Gastrodon. Gastrodon is here to be able to soak up some of the water hits. So if we end up tearing or terastallizing with one of our other Pokemon, say we terastallize a Garchomp to take out a Fluttermane or something like that, then we can bring our Gastrodon in, and Gastrodon pulls all the water moves to itself and actually gets a special attack boost for it. So that's why we're Terra Fire as well. The big type to look out for with Gastrodon is the grass types. There's a lot of Rillabooms that I've seen so far through testing, and all it takes is one of those grass moves to completely knock out this Gastrodon. It doesn't matter, Citrus Berry, I don't even think it matters, I think it's Rindo Berry that reduces the grass type moves, but if you're getting hit by a grass type move, you're pretty much Dunyan Rings there. So we have Terra Fire on this, if that's the approach that we want to take, and again we are Storm Drain, so we're soaking up those water moves even when we're Terra Fire. So if someone wants to try to hit a super effective water now that we're fire, it's not going to work. But we have Earth Power, Muddy Water, Icy Wind, and Protect. I opted for Icy Wind on here as opposed to Recover. I'm still kind of playing with that, but I do like the Icy Wind to have a little bit of speed control if for whatever reason we can't get a Tailwind set up with Tornadus. A lot of times I do actually prioritize the Sandstorm over Tailwind because my Pokemon can benefit by that a little bit better, and it gets rid of sashes, so I don't really have to worry about sashes. So next on the team is Garchomp, and this is Sandvale, just Choice Scarf, Rock Slide, Iron Head, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, and we are Terra Steel on the Garchomp. Mainly Terra Steel just to be able to use the Iron Head and outspeed the Flutter Mains with Choice Scarf, and then just be able to smack them and take them out. Some of the bulkier Flutter Mains, I believe, actually live just a normal Iron Head, so going Terra Steel can just be that extra check that we have just to be able to make sure that we are getting rid of that Flutter Main, because those Flutter Mains are a nuisance. And then last on the team here we have Houndstone, and this is Sandrush Houndstone, so this actually gets its speed doubled in the sand, and then with Tailwind we get a speed boost as well, so this thing becomes crazy fast with both a Tailwind and a Sandstorm set up. And we are Focus Sash, so typically this is one of the last Pokemon that you want to bring in, just so you can go for Last Respects, and Last Respects gets powered up the more of your Pokemon have fainted, so typically, like I said, the last one that you want to bring in. And we are Focus Sash, just in case for whatever reason we don't have Tailwind, we don't have Sandstorm set up. Even if we're slower, we're always going to get off at least one of those Last Respects, and then we can clean up with a Shadow Sneak as long as we get them down low enough. Alright, so that'll wrap up kind of the description for the team here. I'll put a Pokepaste in the description to be able to check out the EV spreads if you'd like to do that. I'm not sure that all of these are the most optimal, to be honest with you, so if y'all have any tips for changing some of those EV spreads, I would be very open to that. Or if y'all have any tips on how to change up the team a little bit, by all means, I would love to hear that too. So if y'all enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and then comment down below what type of team you guys like to use. Do you like just kind of like a meta team? Do y'all like running a theme team? Like I said, I like running Sandstorm. Sandstorm was my very first team that I ever ran. I had like a cheesy Steelix on the team. That was my Sandstorm setter. It had, I think it was just Earthquake, Sandstorm, Stealth Rocks, and then I actually teched Dragon Tail onto it. That way I could force people to switch out and then switch into my Stealth Rocks there. So, yeah. I appreciate y'all checking out the video, and I hope y'all have a good one.